Hey, what's up? It's your boy DD758 Sakafet. Uh, Married at first sight. It's still long a little bit, but it was that episode was still good, and as usual, Paige and Chris are always the talking point. But let's just talk about a little bit about the other couples. We got Ryan and Clara. Ryan and Clara. Okay, it started off with the two of them. Well, she was talking about her feelings. Like right now, she said she's just going along with the ride. She's just going along with whatever he throws at her, because basically that's what she have been doing, just going along with the flow. It's like I think he's a little controlling, but I guess she wants the marriage to work, and she spoke about her experience, like with some her ex. It was that with that experience she had with her ex, that she and her ex were not intimate for some time, which is understandable because I guess probably because of the what she explained, like they were most likely they didn't have a good relationship, so then sex would not be a factor in a relationship that's already going bad. But it's cool. But then Dr. V came and Dr. V had a conversation with them. I don't know, Ryan give me some creepy vibes. I don't know. It sounds like the 40-year virgin to me. I don't know. But when they asked him a few questions, he explained um like he's the person, like he needs to have trust, I guess. Trust is the biggest thing for him, so he can be intimate with someone. Which is it make a little sense. And they haven't been intimate, I guess, because he's waiting on her to get to the point where he gets to know her more, which is fine. It's not a bad idea to get to know someone, because just remember the grounds they got married under. It's not like they known each other for 15 or 16 years. So that's fine. But Ryan, at the same time, when she gets that feeling, she needs that sexual healing. You understand? So you cannot have a going through those kind of emotions, Ryan. You need to step up as a man, and you need to do what you have to do as a husband. But they are the total opposite. She needs emotions for her to get to a point where she can love someone, basically have sex, get that, develop that feeling, develop that spiritual feeling. But he, on the other hand, he needs like trust. Like he needs to build up trust first, and she don't need that. She just needs to be intimate and spend time with him, so that they can build up that relationship and they can have that kind of trust in each other. But I think they're the total opposite when it comes to the sex life, so then it won't work out for the two of them. Anybody here think Ryan is a virgin, or anybody here can maybe tell me what's going on with Ryan, because I do not know what's going on with Ryan. But like I said, I understand the point where he says he have to develop some trust, some feeling, some sort of trust for him to get to that point with her, which I am totally different. Then we got Eric and Virginia. Eric and Virginia, they hide their problems. You understand? They because she like the fact that he travels a lot. So whenever he comes back, they make that time count. But that's not the way the relationship should work. Because if you're having issues, you'll definitely need to talk about whatever type of issues you'll have in your marriage. And the two of them keep on hiding and running from the issues they're facing in their relationship, because of the time when he's a pilot. When he travels, he's gone for some time. But wait, let's just give let's give Virginia a round of applause, because this was the first episode I saw Virginia not being just she's just throwing it down. Let's give her a round of applause, so that she actually did well this time. And this episode, it wasn't something that Virginia was just always drinking. She always looking wasted. And then she got a little romantic closer to the end, but then Dr. V had a conversation with them, and then the two of them got to the point where they love each other. I don't know about that, but anyway, I guess that's how they show they love. And then they had a deep conversation where he spoke about his experience with his ex. Like he now is the one that have a lot of insecurities because of his past relationships, and she now not wanting to have a child, or she's not ready to have a child as yet, because she don't know how the marriage will go, because of when she was a child, her mother and her father got a divorce, and then she felt like she was the one suffering in that kind of situation. But at the same time, I agree with Eric when he says you don't want to wait 10 years, like you don't want to wait 10 years to have a child, because that's just like me. Maybe I'm almost 40, right? Imagine if I have a child at 50 or 40. When I'm 50 years old, my back, look, when you're getting older, the more back pains you get, the knee aches you get. We know how it is when you're getting old. I don't want to be no 50 or 60-year-old man pushing my 10-year-old on no tricycle and my back hurts or my knee hurts. If the child running, I can't even catch the child, So he has a point where he say he wants to have the baby a little early or have a child in his life earlier than she wants to. But I agree with him on that part because the older you get, we all know our bodies don't work the same. A lot of things start changing in our body, and we don't want to be the 60-year-old dad with a 10-year-old. And kids got energy. So, but they had a good conversation where they spoke about it, which was good because that couple really needs communication and the boundaries. They need to speak about the boundaries, but then it wasn't too bad for Virginia and Eric. And like I said, we need to give her props that this episode she didn't drink too much. That was really good. Then we got Vincent and Bree, Champagne Vinny, my boy. But Champagne Vinny is worried about his tight shirt. Like he's worried about he put on a little weight when he was dancing the salsa. But then I think Dr. V hit the nail on the head when she told him he's trying to be smooth and impressive because he just wants to have a wife. Hey, my boy. What's up, Leroy? He just wants to have a wife. And, like when she said that, he's trying so hard to just be smooth and have a wife. And that's why he's trying to do a lot because he doesn't realize. Because my last show, I said that at this point, I think he's just doing what he have to do to just stay in that relationship or make that marriage work because like he's longing for a wife, and that's what I think he's doing. And she said almost the exact same thing I said. He's trying to be Mr. Smooth, trying to do stuff so that he can just have a wife or have a marriage, which is fine. But then at the same time, the communication skills, you all need to have it. You all need to talk about it. You all need to discuss it because it makes no sense you go with the flow. When you go with the flow, that's the wrong way to go in a marriage or any type of relationship because you all just you overlook the problems, you overlook the little stuff that's going on. But to each his own. But then they had that little game where where you push your finger up a nose. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was wondering if I was maybe back in my high school days playing those kind of games. But Champagne Vinny and Brianna, I think the two of them gonna make it. They just need to communicate a little more. Vincent needs to stop being in his feelings a little too much and stop trying too hard because that's what Dr. V told him. He needs to stop trying too hard. And Brianna also told him just be himself. And that's what you need to do, Vincent. Just be yourself. If you have an issue or problem with her, just talk to her. Don't act like, okay, you want to hide or you want to leave. Just talk to her and just be yourself. Now we got the couple of the hour of the minute as usual, Paige and Chris. Paige and Chris. After last week when they had that fresh start, um, they started off fresh. He was like, "Hi, I'm Chris." She was like, "Hi, I'm Paige." And Chris now, they decided to start that whole relationship over. So Paige is calling Chris. Paige. At this point, the only person you need to be calling is a divorce lawyer or Jesus. That's just how I see it. Because you calling Chris, Chris is always on his phone, and you calling Chris so that you can come to your place so you can have the conversation with Dr. V, and he's not answering. So she's just wasting her time. Then it got to the point where he showed up, and the same phone he wasn't answering, he was typing on his phone, like I don't know who he was talking to. Dr. V came, she had that conversation with them, and Chris now is like, she's asking questions like what Dr. V asked, like what is going on, and Paige said what she had to say. She said it was like a nightmare, and Dr. V also told Chris that the person they interviewed and the person he is now is a big difference. And he started talking about, oh well, his baby and this and that. Come on, Chris. We all know. Stop trying to act like it's because of the baby you're acting that way. That's just your personality. Who you are. You're just a narcissist. You're just a man that I guess he know how to manipulate women, and he's good at it because he's really manipulating Paige to the point where I cannot even watch or look at it anymore. Like the way Paige is just being manipulated, and he know all the right thing to say, like he know all the right things to tell her. But then when they had that conversation, Paige is like, oh, she just want a phone call from him or text. And to me, when they ask him what he wants, he's like, oh, well, we need to spend time together, go out, have lunch. Sounds to me like he's just looking for a wham bam thank you ma'am. That's all I'm saying. That's what it looks like to me. That's all what it looks like Chris wants. So he and Paige had that conversation. So they decided, and there he goes again using God into the equation. He's telling her that they've done a lot of things, but they haven't done anything to do with God, any Bible study. Chris, you're not a man of God. Because if you were a man of God, Chris, you would be treating Paige like a queen. You understand? You're not. So you cannot tell me you telling Paige you're not implementing God into your relationship, and then you're not doing anything godly. When he came, he came to our place, he brought the dinner and stuff like that. She asked him, what did you figure out for the Bible study? He's like, I was busy working. If you're so into having God into the relationship, why didn't you just plan everything and stop having Paige do all this? You're supposed to be the one. You came up with it. Okay, you guys make it happen. But you have to play a part. Don't let have Paige doing everything. Then in the middle of the dinner, he's like, I got something to tell you. I was like, oh, here we go, another one. Another one. He's like, he bought his baby mama Mercedes a Benz. That was it for me. What's about the soccer mom cars? Couldn't you get us something like a Chevy Spark or some, a Jeep or something, a Mercedes? And for me, it makes no sense. Like, yes, she's your baby mama. Yes, you need to get around. But just remember, if you're having a child and the child's supposed to come into the equation, why get a Benz? That's really, really beyond your means. And to me, a Benz is a luxurious car. And Jesus, this guy, I don't know. But anyway, and then we got Haley and Jacob. Haley and Jacob is just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about Haley and Jacob, but like I said in my last show, the only thing Haley and Jacob are doing good right now or they practicing is social distancing. And every episode we see that. That's the only thing the two of them good at is social distancing. Dr. V had a conversation with them, well, Haley started getting emotional. They had that conversation, which I really didn't pay much attention to because I just knew what would be the outcome of that equation. The outcome would be this still wouldn't work. So it's like you're just wasting your time watching the two of them, like and then she said, okay, maybe they should spend time in the bed together and stuff like that to build up a bond and this. And then when they actually did it, Chris is like, not Chris, I'm sorry. What's his name again? Jacob is like, okay, well, should we spoon? It is like, no. It's obvious. The two of them are just not meant to be. I think the two of them should just wait out the rest of the days, spend time with the dogs, and then just do what they do, and then eventually just get a divorce because the two of them not going to last. That couple, they're actually my favorite couple because they're real, but then at the same time, I'm just enjoying watching the two of them social distancing. He's stuck in the 80s, she's stuck in the sorority days, and that's what I'm enjoying about the two of them because the two of them just being the emotions are real. It's not thick. So then the two of them not going to last, and they're not going to last, and that's just how it is, basically. But anyway, let me bring up my girl Kia. What's up, Kia? You muted? Let me see. Okay, I can hear you now.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Kia? How you doing?
Good.
What you want to talk about first?
So I'm not going to even talk about the obvious first. I want to talk about
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, let's go.
First, she started off with the password. Okay, first of all, now you got to change your password because you told everybody that your password is Rocky. So,
Exactly, a national television.
I understand she has trust issues. I know that there's certain passwords that your partner may need just in case there's an emergency. Like you don't want to have your phone locked if there's an issue where they need to get in the phone. Bank information just in case you pass, hospital. But social media, that's a bit much. Like that's a trust issue. If you feel like you got to go on my social media account and why there's no reason for you to go on my social media account.
So let me just stop you for 1 minute. So you're saying partners shouldn't have social media passwords.
I don't need your password. If I need your password, I mean I don't trust you.
Okay.
That's what, I mean,
You don't think they should do it?
I don't think it's a requirement because if you asking, that means you need to find what are you looking for?
No, but I mean, if you trust one another, then you can exchange passwords.
At this age, I can barely keep up with my own. So I don't want my man's password because if I don't my instincts usually right anyway. So I already know what time it is. So I'm not trying to put the case, I'm not trying to screenshot nothing because again, if I need your password for your social media, that means the trust is not even there. That's like certain things you just like, give me some privacy, give me some type of space. So I think it's a trust issue. I mean, I'll give it to you, you're gonna be quite bored, but I'm like, what do you need it for? Bank accounts, yeah. Stuff like that, important stuff, the password to the, utility bill, just in case it's in your name and you pass or you're in the hospital. But social media, she was doing a bit much. Now, I did have a problem with Virginia. She's still stuck with friends. So those are the issues that they have not resolved. Because again, he clearly stated, why are you friends with your ex on Facebook? If that's your ex now, listen, I'm not friends with my ex on Facebook. Now, they might stalk me, but I'm not your friend. So you looking on my page, that's your business. But why are you liking his pictures? You got to be very careful because there's a thin line there. Because if you hurt somebody, picture your ex in, he might read too much into it. So she's doing too much. And then she messaging people. She's just crossing the lines. She want to be friends with everybody on social media. She knows it's bothering him. So I think that's going to end up being a conflict later down the line because he still feels some type of way. He claimed he accepted those two other friends, but
I don't think so.
And then she just had too much going on. Now he did give a deal breaker, which you mentioned earlier. He was like, he's not waiting for 10 years for a kid, so that's a wrap. So that's all I had for Eric.
I like the way that episode ended with the two of them when they got a little romantic. And like I said, for me, she wasn't. We didn't see the usual Virginia always drinking, drinking, drinking. So I guess it was nice to see that other side of her where I guess she needs to stop drinking because it looks like she functions better when she's not drinking that much. And they finally had that conversation between the two of them where they spoke about the issues they were having, which they have always been avoiding. Because whenever he travels and he comes back, they try to make the best of the time they get together instead of talking about the issues or the problems they're having. But then, if that's how they feel about their situation, that's how they feel about their situation. But I'm just happy that I just hope we see more episodes if her not drinking all the time because when she's drinking, she's just a hot mess. She is a hot, hot mess.
But I'm still concerned about all this extensive research. If you're doing all this extensive research, why you don't know she don't want kids and he want kids? It's like you guys keep saying that they're asking all these questions. These are like some of these questions is like.
Yes, I felt the same way. Like that's things you were supposed to ask from the start. No, you're not asking those questions right now. Like he should. To me, I feel like he should know more than what he knows. But then,
yeah,
I guess, like I said, I guess she's been drinking majority of the time. So
no, but experts should have asked that because it's already hard enough with them getting married under these circumstances.
Yeah.
They should have had avoided some of these problems. Some of these issues are basic issues like, do you want to live in the South or do you want to live in the North? Are you willing to move? So these are like typical questions that you would ask if you were dating. So it seems like the experts would have asked those questions.
Yeah. Hey, Diali.
Hi. Good evening.
What do you think about Eric and Virginia?
Oh, I mean, Eric is just the dad version, he just wants to be a dad and tell her what to do. And Virginia she's just the alcoholic. She's an alcoholic that literally has no sense as well.
So okay, do you like the fact that she and Eric finally had a conversation where at least they tried to discuss some of the problems they were having?
No, yeah, but it is good, but it won't last. That's just for the TV. They're not going to last.
And what you think about the passwords, the exchanging of passwords for social media accounts?
Absolutely not. No, 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 no. That's too soon for that. Yeah, she advertised it to the whole of international TV, her passwords, which was she's obviously, her brain is, probably all the alcohol she's been drinking. But, but one thing for sure, no, I was married for 20 years and my husband isn't having no password of mine. None. No way. I think it's too soon. It's just too soon.
D Alley, because he keep like, what? No password?
No, but I see nothing wrong with that. That's the only thing. I see we can exchange passwords though.
Let's be real. When do you have time to be checking your mate's stuff, and why would you want to check? It's certain things that it's like, why?
No, I mean you can just have it. I would not be checking it, but you can just have it. I can have it just in case, because what if something goes wrong with you and then nobody cannot go on your social media accounts and say something is wrong with you and you're married?
No, you
they don't know each other.
Hold on.
They don't know each other. That's too soon. He could use the password for terrible means.
Okay,
okay, I understand you there.
And I tagged his name, and so his people knew. So they know because I tagged him.
Okay, look, ladies, I ain't trying to fight. So both of you guys win. Y'all win. All right.
I'm glad you heard that. I didn't say that it's no big deal. I don't have nothing to hide, but most guys are the ones who put their phone down.
Like I said, you and Diali win. Kia, Simone, and Diali won. Okay, I lost that battle. I'm admitting it as a man. I lost. Y'all won.
No, too soon.
Yeah, too soon. No passwords. So I'll just put a note in my notebook. When me and my girlfriend, if we have any issues, don't ask for passwords. It's too soon. I'm getting some good advice from the ladies. No, don't ask for passwords. I got it.
Because if somebody asked me for my passwords, my husband, for example, I always knew if time went on, he always had ulterior motives. His motives weren't genuine. Now you, Didi, if you were genuinely, once you find someone and you settle down, your motives won't be cloudy. Now my ex-husband, he was so nosy, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
all right, well, I got you guys, but let's talk about Brianna and Vincent.
Oh, the wife beater.
Nah, don't be silly.
You know that man angry. That man is angry.
No, but look, the doctor said, and I said it on my last show, that I think Vincent was just going with the flow. And like she said, Vincent is just trying to be smooth. He's trying to do a lot of things just because he just want to be married and because he likes Brianna. And he's just doing stuff like he's not being himself. But he needs to be himself, which when he is acting like himself, he's still not. He still don't feel like somebody that's very confident about himself and about his relationship, to be honest.
So I'm glad Dr. B called them out, because a lot of people, when you ask them how they're doing, they're like, fine, we're doing fine, we're doing perfect. She was like, that's not what I heard. And so she called them out on their mess and was like, okay, so I heard you guys had some, conflict or whatever. So I'm glad that she, was like, let's just address these real issues. I guess in his body language, he was still bothered when she said that's so Vinny. Even after she explained herself, when Bree explained it, he still was kind of on that couch like like I'm a punch.
Kia, don't get the started, Kia.
Problem. I tell you, if I was that wife, I would have security on standby. I don't trust him. I do not trust him. Even in the bedroom, I would have security on standby. Because I do not trust that man. No way.
But when Brianna said when in the shower, like he adjusts the shower head because I guess he's taller than in the shower be. I was like, where does that come in? Like I was trying to figure out where does that come in? Like when she spoke about them in the shower, like I think like I said, I just think she's a little nitpicky.
What did he say? No, I missed that bit.
No, like she was saying that when they're in the shower, that when he adjusts the shower head, like the shower, it comes in her mouth, like because he's taller and she's shorter. Like,
right.
I just saying, like, where did that come in? Because I think she's still being a little too nitpicky for me. Like,
I think she wasn't ready to address the real issues when Dr. V was like, "This is not perfect, so let's talk." Then she was like, "Well, let me come up with something. Maybe let's talk about this shower thing." Okay, it's valid. Okay, you're a short girl. You don't want to get hit with the shower, but you guys have real issues, like you said, when Vincent was upset, like for real, at the the studio, the dance lesson. So they gotta get it together. They gotta stop saying everything is perfect. But I did like that Bree made eye contact with him, because again, it's difficult to make eye contact with someone. So that's when I really did see that, that she's truly like kind of in it, because normally people look away and it's hard to make eye contact. So she did keep eye contact with Vincent the whole time that Dr. V was there. So I did like that.
Yeah, because she had security. She had security. She had the backup of the doctor. She ain't gonna make no eye contact with him on her own. She know that man dangerous. I'm telling you, that man is ready to flip. He's ready to flip.
Diali, he'll be okay. I don't think, because as time goes by, they look like. I think though. Imagine, I think they and I think they'll make it, and also that other couple, Clara and Ryan, I think might make it. But to me, out of
the sexless couple, listen, I ain't marrying nobody I have to hold hands with for the rest of my life. What's the point?
So we're going to move on to Clara. Let me turn my page to Clara. But before we move on to Bree and Vincent, that's love when you pick somebody nose. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that's love.
No, sir. No way. No way. He'd have to, that ain't happening. There's not enough. No. That's so wrong. So it's like passwords. You might as well give him the password. That's wrong.
So if you pick your husband or your wife nose, that's not love?
That's nasty. Let him pick his own damn nose. That's nasty. Who's gonna do that? Man,
Brian Vincent apparently.
Divorce. I'm telling you, no, nasty.
Get the different levels of love. There's certain stuff that you'll be like, nah, sir, we can't do that.
I want to get people in the comments involved. Anybody in the comments, just tell me: is picking your husband or your wife nose, is that love or is it not? Is it? Do you agree with Diali? Is it nasty? Just sound off in the comments. Let me hear what you guys have to say, because I think that's love.
No, that's nasty. What kind of nasty arrangement is that?
Why are you picking someone else's nose?
It's a game. They were playing a game.
No, they'd have to change the subject. We would play a game all the way to the courthouse to get divorced. How about that?
That's nasty as hell.
That's nasty.
All right, well, everybody said review Diali. It's like something wrong with me. No, today I'm having a bad time. Nobody on my side today. Nobody on my side today. Everybody opposing me. No passwords. No picking when you pick your wife or your husband nose, that's nasty. That's not love. Oh my, I'm getting totally wrong.
Training you. Didi, we're training you for marriage. So when you get married,
and I appreciate that. Even the people in the comments.
Okay, so I want to respond. If they stink, that's still tissue, not with just your finger. You just
exactly.
No.
Like I said, I'm getting all wrong today. I'm getting it wrong.
I would be offended if I had a boo and he put his hand on my nose. I'd be like, hold on.
Yeah. He'd get his hand slapped so fast his hand would drop off. You come near me with your hand.
They want to know if you would do it, TD, in the comments. Lauren want to know if you would pick
like Saikat said, I'll get me a piece of tissue or whatever.
Exactly.
I'll just push my finger up in your nose like that. I'll just put it in the rim of your nose, not up. Just in the rim of your nose.
The only nose I would ever pick is my babies when they're babies. Yeah. And when they're growing up and they're small children, yeah. But then you use tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they're little babies and you can't rough their little baby skin with tissue, yeah, you use your hand because that's your baby. It's from your body. My husband isn't from my body. He could have to move himself with that lie. Move himself.
Gosh, you guys are wild today.
Diali, you and Diali, you're coming at me today, and I respect that because I get it all wrong. Now let's move to Clara and Ryan. Sexual healing.
Um,
She needs that
Sexless
sexual.
people.
Ryan is
Sexless.
wrong. So we was trying to say, okay, I tried to get in my mind that it's only 24 days. And if the situation was flipped, will we have a problem if Ryan was crushing Clara? Probably yes. But let's go here. She said they're doing everything. When we were trying to guess a couple of weeks ago what they were doing, she said they're doing everything but the sticks. So why are you playing with me? That's like, why is he playing with her? You might as well just go ahead and go the rest of the way. So why are you holding out if you're doing everything? Did he help us out? Why?
Look, I can't answer that question because the last time I thought my heart was blue, it was red. Right there.
That's a cop out, DD. That is
No,
a
because
cop out.
because the reason what I'm trying to say is he's blue, but inside we don't know what color he is. So his sexual preference, I do not know. That's all I'm saying. I do not know that man's sexual preference, so I cannot answer that question because a normal man like me, hey, we married, we getting it on, but he wants to wait. He wants to wait, and he wants to wait. So let him wait. I don't know.
Well, someone else just said the other things are a lot more intimate. So how are you doing all these things and you just like you get excited and he's like, all right, lights out, TV off.
Exactly. Listen, he just wants. Listen, Clara has a mouth. Clara has a big wide mouth. Yeah, he's putting her to use. He's doing something with her, but he doesn't want to do anything else with her because they're just not. He's not attracted to her. That's all.
But do you think he's?
And I bet you when she is doing that, it's pitch black. He don't want to look at her. No way.
D.
But do you think he's a virgin?
So
yeah,
I've heard some cases that they was thinking that might be the case, but you're not doing all that if you know. Even if you're a virgin, after a while you play. Let's think like when you were a virgin, you was only playing with your boyfriend or girlfriend for so long before you just like, hey. So he cannot be holding out. I think he got some deeper stuff going on, some stuff that.
My personal opinion.
B said, do you need to tell us something? Do you have anything you're holding back? And he's like, oh, nothing. Something is wrong. Maybe I don't know.
He got, Kia, you know that man got bad feedback, yeah? That man got bad feedback. The last chick had to sit him down and say, where did you go wrong? You want me to point it out to you? You know, clearly he did something wrong the last time. He never rocked the last woman's world and that made him shy. Yeah, so all he can do is other things.
Still think they're the bomb.
So that again? What? Sorry,
say again, Kia.
I said there's guys out there that be like, "Oh, I'm the bomb," and you're like, "Who told you they're really not the bomb?" So
yeah, but he's took it to heart though, hasn't he? He's took it to heart. So that I mean, what kind of marriage is that? You don't even see your man naked. He'd have to come out. He'd have to come out. I'm sorry. I ain't bothering with him. You know, we're divorcing. If you want to sit down and hold hands, you need to go church and prayer meeting. You know, you ain't going to be sitting down with me doing nothing. No way.
But Diali, also, when they ask him the question about what's maybe stopping him, he said he has to build up that trust in her. And she's saying, like, to her, like, since they're not intimate, it's not getting to the point where she'll feel really like she needs to have that intimacy for her to get really emotionally connected to him. But he now is asking for trust. So what do you think about that?
D, let's stop. DD, let's stop. Some of the things when she said everything are technically more intimate in my mind than the other than actual intercourse. Because there's a lot of guys like they would rather speak and would never do those other things. So you're willing to do all these other things, but you don't want to have sex. So I'm Ryan on some stuff. He being selfish. He on some
He is.
Let's think about it. Those other things are a lot more intimate.
Yeah.
No, but
exactly. So can't we? You know, my thing is, well, why can't we bang it out and we talk about it in the morning? You
That's what
know,
Clara said.
yeah, we'll talk about it in the morning, but for now, let's just have a good time. Let's bang it out and we'll talk in the morning. You can keep your shirt on if you want, but everything else is off.
But look, in a way, I don't have a problem with him not wanting to do it. You know why? Because one time I dated a girl for a year and we didn't do anything because she just wasn't ready yet, and
Yeah.
I just waited it out. But the issue I have is is they're married, and you need to it's your wife. Yeah, the circumstances they got under they got married under is the circumstances from the show. But I still understand him because some people they just want to jump into it. Some people want to take time, but then I something is just still not right about Ryan.
He's playing. There's
Yeah.
nobody that's going to come. You are two grown people. He shouldn't play the game then. Let's go to bed with our full PJs on with the feet in it and the zip up this thing like little kids do.
Yeah.
You're not going to bed with this woman and play these games with her and then be like, whoop, stop, with the brakes on it. That's what I have a problem with him. Don't play then. Let's not play.
I think
Look, so
you know what, Kia? I think it's that Jay Leno chin that's putting him off. That chin is down to the ground.
to answer Kimberly's question, no, I wasn't doing what Clara and Ryan was doing because I would back then I wasn't really into all that, so I wasn't doing it. So I answered your question.
He shouldn't play those games.
Right? Yeah, because
like if I'm not practicing nothing, we're not doing anything because again that leads to other things. So I'm not gonna even entertain you or make you feel some type of way because I would feel bad as a mom. I'd be like, okay, let's do all this and all right, deuces, have a nice day, take a cold shower. That's like me.
I would think he's using me. The other thing that would piss me off with him, I would think he's using me. Because this man don't want to take off his top. I can't even, squeeze his nipple or nothing. He's giving me nothing. He's giving me nothing at all. I'm sorry. This would be the end of this marriage. The end. There's nothing there.
I agree with Carrie. I can't wait to find out the real reason.
True. But let's go to my other favorite couple, the social distancers, Jacob and Haley.
Oh, Jesus. Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox and the legally blonde girl. She's so dumb. Oh.
Haley, I'm trying to be nice when I say it. I think she thinks more of herself than what she is. I mean, I'm not saying she's a ugly girl, but the way she's just not attractive when she's dogging Jacob out or whatever, she's just like, because she did the unfiltered prior to that. And even Pastor Cal was looking at her like, girl, you sounding real shallow. So I think when she said she walked down the aisle and she really wasn't attracted to him, and then when he started talking, it really made her very less attractive. But she's such a storyteller. Let me just tell you about this girl, Haley. Every time I try to give her the benefit and be like, okay, maybe she's making a little sense, she say one thing, but then she come back and say another thing. When they first talked to her at the beginning of the show, she said, oh, he does everything that I asked him to change. But then later on, at the end of the show, she's like, oh, well, I can't be attracted to him because I'm doing all the work. But if you tell him what you want him to change and he changes it, why wouldn't you tell him you tired of doing all the work and he would make a change? That's because she don't want him. She thinks she's already just say, I'm not attracted to him. I'm just going to play this thing out and keep it moving. I'm going to be an old lady with 6 cats and 8 dogs and a gerbil and a hamster.
The thing with Haley just thinks she's all that. In England, we say, she's up her own ass because she is up her own ass. And I mean, yeah, I can understand it. They're not attracted to each other.
Oh!
I can understand they're not attracted to each other, but she's not all that herself. The guy is being genuinely nice to her. The least she could do is be a little respectful and get to know him and trust the experiment.
Yeah,
what killed it? Didi, you know what killed it? The sex was so bad she can't forgive him for it. It's unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
Because Ryan and Clara is she's suffering from the sexual healing, and Jacob and Haley, they actually got to that point, and then after that it looked like things just got worse. So Diali, I honestly believe you're right. He probably
He
ah,
didn't put it down. He did not put it down. Listen, if I don't wake up happy and skipping, he has to go. He has to go. Don't call me. He's blocked before he leaves the house. He's blocked. Yeah. He did not rock her world at all. And the fact that she thinks she's all that makes it worse because she probably was the one that was rubbish.
oh no.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I
He not gonna fight us today. I just think that she like you. I just said D Alley that she thinks she's hotter than what she is, and maybe
Yeah.
she's bombing
oh
this
no.
too.
But just remember the first time they did it, she had to get drunk. Huh? So from the time
Exactly.
a woman have to get drunk to do that with you or be intoxicated, that means she didn't want to do it in the first place.
Exactly. And she was that wasted, she can't even remember, flinging this man round 2 times. She can't remember nothing. Absolutely nothing. She really does think she's Mariah Carey in her mind.
Hmm. Now let's talk about Paige and Chris.
Ay, ay, ay.
Anybody go first because
Go on, Kia.
I just
I
started
got,
the two of them around.
I got a whole book on Paige and Chris.
Let's go, kid.
So, first of all, Chris just shows up for the cameras because you have this dinner and he say, "Hi, I'm Paige," and "Hi, I'm Chris," and then he ghosts you, just disappear off the face of the earth. What? Why are you still expecting something? Like, girl, I don't even give Paige my energy no more. I don't even have no feelings. I'm just none towards Paige at this point. It's just stop blaming God. I don't know what church you go to or what Bible you've been reading. It's just girl, stop blaming everything on being a good Christian woman. Because God, again, he's not a God of foolishness and chaos. So this right here, what you're doing is chaotic. Chris don't want you. Leave him alone. And I was telling Dee Dee earlier, when I really look, Chris is not attractive. He was looking like
he's a mongrel. The man is a mongrel.
He looked like he just slept on the bus last night and woke up. Probably didn't shower. He just showed up. And then I'm all these designer clothes, how he was just saying he was this and that. I haven't seen him show up one time looking fly. Where you fly at, bro? Why you was do you like designer this? Do you like this? Do you like this? Sir, you cannot not so. And the only why I'm so hard on him because he should have played Paige like that. Oh, she ugly and she not attractive. And I was looking at Paige last night and I was like, Paige is actually pretty in her own element.
Yeah, she is.
Way. He just wants her to wear all the makeup. Okay, you can't wear makeup, bro. That's why you look busted. Okay, Paige wanted to look glamour shot. She can put some foundation on, contour her face, and look. Y'all seen them YouTube videos when them girls be looking like, and then they whoa. So, Chris wrong.
But look, it's getting to the point where you see Paige is just too committed to that marriage. One, I'm not blaming religion for anything, but she's too deep into a religion and she's just not seeing.
Dee Dee. Paige is a dumbass. Let's just say it what it is. She's a dumb. Paige is a pretty girl. Yeah, she's not beautiful, but nobody can say they describe themselves as beautiful. Paige is a pretty girl. Paige has got an absolutely banging body. Now, Hamster Man, yeah, he comes with that messed up head that he's got, pink sneakers, pink shirt, and he loves the pink and he loves those tight ass trousers that he keeps wearing. Yeah. And then he's coming with he's not attracted to her. You know that man only looking poom poom. You know he only into that. He don't want her, none at all. He don't want her. And I'm sorry, Paige, you're just making yourself look like an absolute fool on TV. He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
We better stop blaming God for our own bad decisions. That's what she's doing. She's blaming God. It's like, oh, okay, well, God wants me to be a supportive wife. Okay, there's a lot of things when we read the Bible that we scriptures that we leave out. You want to pick out a verse and then say this, but then God tells you to do this before you put this. So she's not putting all the scriptures together. Maybe she just needs a better understanding of the word, because being a supportive wife is not what you're doing. That man is running over you. He don't want you. He only shows up for the camera. Then she got the notebook out. Why are you writing, sis? What?
But yeah, that's why I said when she called him and he didn't answer, the two people she need to be calling a divorce lawyer or Jesus. Because
exactly.
what would you call him? She's trying to call the guy. He ain't gonna answer. And then when he got there, he's on his phone.
Yeah.
So we all know what he did. He saw the call and he just didn't pay attention. He didn't answer. And that's what he's been doing.
Didi, this man don't want to hear a silly little whiny voice. He don't want to hear that silly whiny voice that she's got squeaking out of her. You know, you see how fast he come about Bible study?
Yeah, but that's what he used. He's very manipulative, because that's why he brought up. He says stuff that she would like to hear. So at the end of the night, he will get into bed with her. That's what he does.
That's all it is. That's all he sees Paige as. Paige as an absolutely banging body. Yeah. All he sees is bed material. That is all. And it's sad to say she doesn't value herself. The minute she values herself, she will kick him into touch quicker than anything. Him in his pink sneakers would have to run out of that place.
But I'm going to tell you this. Paige, I bet you if we dig deeper, Paige has some type of daddy issue, because any woman that has been healed will not allow a man to ghost her and then pop back up and then we all smiling again. So when you have those type of issues and you're used to abandonment, you're used to people walking out and doing all those type of things, then it's easier for you to accept it. And I can speak because I was that person when I had my daddy issues, that I would just, seek out guys that were never available. And Paige is like thinking this is normal. I'm like, girlfriend, I can't wait till you finally wake up. I hope you do wake up, because Chris is not for you. He's playing games. And it's like, Chris is he don't even like himself, because he don't even know Paige well enough to be trying to just stab her every time he get a chance. It's like every time he see that girl, he got some more bad news. Or just be like, I know this is bad news, but take this, Paige. Take this. That Chris got some issues.
Yeah. And using the Bible, what kind of ungodly soul like him would open the Bible and manipulate the girl into bed using the Bible? He's really hit an all-time low. But she's bad for it. Because if she was a good Christian girl, she wouldn't want nobody to use her body like that. He's using her.
Yeah, but he told her to about Bible study. He brought it up like he's a man of God. Okay, fine. You brought up a suggestion. When you get to her apartment, she asking you what did you plan? Oh, I was busy with work.
Yeah, he lied. He can't even lie straight.
So let me tell you why he wears
tight-ass pants. He can't lie. Perhaps if he takes off them tight-ass pants and them pink sneakers, he would have some sense in that head of his. He's got no sense whatsoever.
Let's pay attention. Every time Chris mentions church or God, he always makes Paige pray. He always makes her lead the, whatever. That's because he don't know it probably. So that's why he always, like tell her, you lead it, or you find it, or you do it. That's in that area. And now it's, it's really showing. And that's like I said, that's what people do when they, weak and they, he's a bully. He's And then what made me mad about her when she said that commitment thing. We made a commitment. No, baby, y'all didn't make a commitment. You made a commitment. He didn't.
He's acting. Sorry, Didi. He's handling her like he's doing her a big favor. And you know what? He's probably not even that good in bed anyway. So I wouldn't waste my time. You know what? She's easier. All she needs to do is put down the Bible for one day, hop on Tinder, have a good time, pick back up the Bible and say thank you, God, and pray over it. That's it. I would not waste my time on that busted black man.
Let's talk about the car he bought for Mercedes.
Ay, ay, ay.
You
Ay,
see,
ay, ay.
Huh?
first of all, why? Okay, if you just bought someone a car, a regular car, for the sake of the baby, I would have said, you would have been like, oh, I just bought so and so a car. But let's rewind before the car. That's how you know that he's not working on a marriage. When you're in a marriage or relationship, this was a major decision that you would have discussed prior. So he's like,
You
oh,
right, right, right.
no, not after the fact when you were decided. So you're not in it, Chris. Stop it. I don't know who. The grandmother and the grandfather seemed like they were somehow in a couple and they were in a relationship, but I don't even know what examples he got because it's like that's not how a marriage goes. That should have been discussed prior. So that just shows you have no interest in being a husband. You don't know what it takes to be a husband. But that car, that was some garbage right there.
He ain't bought her no car. You know that man don't have no money. We all know he's broke.
No, Diali, he actually did. Let me just give a shout out to Real BTV. You guys go follow and subscribe to her page. She got it popping on the channel. Let me talk. I went on his Instagram and he actually did buy the car, Diali. He did, but
Did you
it
see the
looks like.
receipt, Didi? Did you see
Say
an
again?
actual receipt? Because he could be posing
No,
in front of a dealership, you know.
yeah, because Chris is just having fun with this. Because when I went on his Instagram page, I saw the car. He had it on his Instagram, and then he's like, "Oh, I hope you guys don't say anything about me tonight." Like basically, he's enjoying all this attention. But it looked from what I see on his Instagram, it I don't know. It looked like he bought it for him. From what I
He's
saw.
a broke baller. Didi. I've
It's
seen
hard.
those guys before. This man is a broke baller. I'm telling you. He ain't got no money. If he had money, how come he can't go Subway and get himself a sandwich? He ain't got no money.
But yeah,
I don't
I don't
believe
know.
him. Don't believe
Instagram
him. I'm telling you.
is the phony and the fake. You can present anything, or get someone else to do something for you, borrow it.
Exactly.
Like what we talk about the movie Coming to America was shot in Rick Ross' house. So people can burn people's houses. People happen. Dee, let's be real. So I don't believe anything. I've seen guys that look fly and be having $2. So you be like, so don't be.
If my man had some money, if Chris had money, Chris would buy himself another suit jacket. He needs another suit jacket. He's been sporting that suit jacket from episode 1.
Well, I don't know. Well, for me, look, I don't have an issue with him buying the car because supposedly she was pregnant. He said she had a miscarriage. Mercedes had a miscarriage. But what I'm saying is, if you have to buy a car for your baby mama and then you're expecting a child, for me, I'll not buy a Benz. I'll buy you some.
I'm gonna get with you. I don't care if it was a Toyota. If you my husband and you don't discuss certain things, listen, we got a problem. That's total disrespect. How the other woman know about that you bought her car and you know about your finances or whatever, and I'm the last one, so she's like, "Oh, I got a car," and then you sitting there looking. No, nobody should ever be able to tell me something prior to or know something prior to me. He was.
I think, sorry, Kia, I think, you know why you had to tell her? I think Paige has somehow financed that car with her money.
No, but you see, Kia, it all depends on the relationship they have. He's already stepping all over Paige. So then you are totally right. Don't get me wrong. You're totally right. We need to have that discussion. We need to have that conversation.
Let me tell y'all some grown woman talk, okay? So anybody out there that's young and you thinking about getting married, when you get married, don't even set the standard that low. In the beginning, you decide what's to be talked about, what's like with the finances. So there's no way in a marriage that you should be buying a car and then for your baby mama. No.
And the main thing here, why we're on the grown woman talk, you should have never, man or woman, in a relationship, nobody should be putting you down from the start. You should know your worth. You should love yourself first before you can love anyone else. Just love yourself. If Paige loved herself, she would have kicked that ugly boy to the curb long ago.
Diali, when you gonna come out with your book, Diali? We need some more advice, and you keep it so.
It's like, honestly, Didi, life experience tells you love yourself. Absolutely love yourself first. You cannot love anyone else until you love yourself first. and he's manipulating her using God. He's an absolute sinner.
Look,
You know that man going church to pick up woman every
re-
Sunday.
okay, Reality BTV said my man can't buy money on a sorry, my man can't buy money on another woman. That's crazy. Well, I guess she spend
And
money.
add to this part, give y'all another marriage 101.
No, but Heather, so Kia, you telling me, Kia or Diali, if you discussed it with your husband, you would still not agree that, let's just put yourself in their shoes, right?
Yeah.
You, I just want to know, if you discuss it prior to buying the car, would you allow him to buy a car for his baby
No,
mama?
no,
But that, just
no.
remember that he have a child on the way.
Yeah, he'll have a child on the way after as well. He can buy, if she can get an Uber, I'll give her an Uber number. Yeah.
So
I'm not buying no other woman car.
No,
That's
no,
my
you're
man.
too hard. You're
That's
too
my
hard.
man.
that's beyond child support, DD.
That's too much.
That's beyond child support. But again, let's talk about the circumstances of how people are. Because in real life, it only got like nothing to do with just the baby mama. I need to know how you doing with your finances. Why are we buying you a car? So it's a lot of things. Like if my mama asked me for a car, I'm gonna be like, well, mama, you just bought 3 bundles of hair yesterday, and you went to Hawaii. So why am I buying you a car if you just came back from Hawaii? So if you're not spending your money wisely, no, I can't buy you a car. So it's a lot of levels to that situation where we can't just say no, but she would have got a Benz, but you know.
Yeah,
She would have to buy a Benz out of her own salary. She would have to buy a Benz out of her own salary. This woman said to me as the wife with her tits out, literally. We have to say it. We have to be honest. She come to me quite disrespectful when she first met me, behaving like she was a supermodel, you know, and she was looking down on me. She ain't getting nothing from me. She would be getting an Uber taxi number. That's what she would be getting. That's
but
it.
look,
Nothing more.
I agree with Lauren because let me tell you why. At the end of the day, we know Chris and Mercedes don't have a child. We all know that by now. But in a real life, in a real scenario, I do see nothing wrong with buying your baby mama a car because that's your child. Because at the end of the day, you will not always be there if you're in a marriage to go and pick her up, take her to the doctor, take her to appointments. So it will be a little difficult. But then if I get you a car,
but again,
you can go ahead.
If the discussion, okay, what is her finances like? That was like more like a gift. So unless I can see, like I said, if you're struggling, you don't have a job.
But he said she was in some accident and then that what he said.
That didn't mean she didn't have a job. Okay, I could sit over here and be a bum and be like, let me call somebody and ask for such and such. Why are you getting her a card if there's no need?
Yeah, because he's still dealing with her.
I'm just saying,
he's still dealing with her. They're still sleeping together.
So again, even my mother. So let's go back to just finances, period. Even if it was my mother, I wouldn't take money out of my household if I was, married and buy my mom a house and I didn't talk to my husband about it because then now his mama gonna want a house. So we got to be fair. But with that being said, with the girlfriend, that was a gift. I don't think it was a need. So if it was a need and she was struggling and she was catching a bus in the cold with the baby and you didn't want your baby sick because all these other things and she was on Section 8 and all this other stuff, yeah, maybe we could help her out, get her to Ford. But no, not just because we just some lovely people and we just throwing out cars.
Well, like I said, I just getting it totally wrong today. Even people in the comments, I don't know. I'm getting it totally wrong today.
I'll tell you something. When you get married yourself, stick to one woman because you wouldn't be able to cope with anybody you run into because I would be there in the comments saying, no, don't do it.
You open the door now, DD.
No, I just look. I definitely won't be a Chris. I can tell you that because that's crazy. That man is beyond a narcissist, and I don't know. He's a manipulator. He's every word in the book I can call a man that I just think that treat women badly.
And you know what? I would call him cruel. I would say he's very cruel. He's manipulating her. Yeah, we all think she's a dum-dum. I will say she is a dum-dum. Yeah. But at the same time, he's being cruel. She doesn't deserve to be treated like dirt for fun. He comes and he smirks. The smirk alone, I'd want to pop him in the mouth just for that smirk.
Now, my last question before we get off is, do you think Paige is the spare wheel in that
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
She definitely is. I agree with you guys. Kia, what do you think? Because
Asset.
we all know it's he Mercedes and Chris Mercedes and Paige.
Let's go here. Paige is an asset. Everybody told him she's an asset. And we don't know enough about Mercedes to call her a liability, but guys like to keep assets around. So he might not want to be with her, but he got enough sense to know I might need her, so let me keep her close enough just in case she's willing to stay.
He did
All right.
say me and Paige are more compatible on paper. He did say that.
This dude crazy. Anyway, guys, Kia, shout out your channel, your Instagram, and your book.
YouTube, I'm Kia Simone, just the same way it is on the screen, Kia Simone. On Instagram, I'm author period Kia period Simone, and I am the author of the book From Pain to Love by Kia Simone. Get your copy today.
Okay, how can I get the copy of your book? Let's tell them.
Oh, Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
All right. The Ali shout out. Whatever your shout out or your last comment. What's your last comment?
My last comment is Paige, hop on Tinder, save yourself some time. Save yourself time. Send that boy with them tight pants on his way, please.
Well, what you were saying about your Instagram?
No, I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it that much. So
okay. So I learned. Let me tell. Let me tell you what I learned. I learned today. Don't ask my girlfriend for her passwords. I also learned do not buy a car for my baby mama or my ex. Let me see what else did everybody teach me? Do not pick my girlfriend's nose with my finger. Use a tissue.
Nasty.
And that's not love. That's nasty. So I just had honestly, my show was just not about me today. The ladies had it today, and I trust me. I heard you all, and I'm writing all that stuff down. So in future, I'll not do those things. Okay.
And
Thank you very much.
you need to unfriend Chris from your Instagram. He's a fool and he's a liar.
Kia, okay, all right, dear Ali, that's what I miss. Kia, anything I miss? I need to write down, Kia.
Nothing. You got it all. Don't pick noses. Don't buy your baby mama a car, and don't ask for the password to social media.
Okay, I just want to. Lauren in the chat. Is there anything you want me to write down as well, Lauren? Anybody? Did I miss anything? Anyways, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate everyone for tuning into my channel today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment. We're out of here. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.